What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Narav, and welcome back to another episode of Missouri State Dynasty here in college football 26. We are here in year 2 of this rebuild, and so far we are off to a bit of a rocky 2-3 start to the season. We started out 0-2, lost to Mizzou and Pitt, and then we picked up our first win against Tulane, and then had a nail-biting, I should say, victory against New Mexico State that came down to a game-winning touchdown and extra point. And then we kind of got rocked by Florida International. FIU gave them their first win of the season. 38-24 was your final. So it's been up and down. I should say we've lost 2, won 2, and then we lost 1. So history says we'll lose against Delaware and then pick up wins against Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. But of course, we don't want to lose to Delaware. We want to beat Delaware. We want to beat Western Kentucky. We want to beat everyone on our schedule. And I think we can. I think we're definitely good enough. It's just about going out there and doing it. We're going to really quickly just go ahead and sim ahead to next week and see where recruiting goes here. We are in pursuit of a couple of 4-stars. And you can see one of those guys is Patton Mayweather, who has locked in his top 8. And we just sent the house on him. And, ooh, look at that. Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week goes to Josh Joyner. Josh Joyner, I think, might be in line to potentially be... Okay. I thought maybe he could sneak in into Heisman conversations, but I don't think we're good enough yet. Looks like Auburn is ranked number 1, and Jackson Arnold, their senior quarterback, is leading the way for them. USC has a pretty nasty connection, it looks like, between Jaden Mayava and Jaden Greathouse. Jaden here. You can see my Greathouse has 7 catches for over 600 yards already. We are 5 games in, and he's got 677 receiving yards. That seems ridiculous. How many games has USC played? 5 games? And he's got 677 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns? Oh my lord. And this is after he did nothing at Notre Dame last year. Wow. That is really crazy, man. He played 2 games last year at Notre Dame, caught 5 passes for 80 yards, and this year he is USC's number 1 wideout. I mean, probably the best receiver in the country. And Mayava also having a season, 18 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1,800 yards passing. But Arch Manning, of course, leading the way. Real life, I mean, you can only hope the 2026-27 season is as good as this season right here for Arch Manning. Because in real life, his 2025 season is not going so well. But with that being said, we're taking on another 1-5 team. Well, FIU is 0-4, but Delaware is 1-5. They are winless in the conference, so we have to be able to win this game. But really quickly, I did want to highlight the year that Josh Joyner is having. I might do this every episode because it is quite literally unbelievable. 93 carries for 600 yards rushing, 6.5 yards a carry, and 6 rushing touchdowns, averaging over 120 rushing yards per game. He is the offense for us right now. He is just having an unbelievable year, and he's only a sophomore. Now, unfortunately, he's not going to reach like 99 overall status because, you know, his caps are kind of whatever. Although I did see someone on Reddit, I think, say that these caps can be broken if a player is playing really well. So we'll see. But this is what the rating caps look like right now. So he's pretty close to reaching his current potential, but we'll see if that changes. But yeah, he is our offense. We just haven't been able to throw the ball the way we were able to last year. And that's partly because neither of our 2 quarterbacks that we've kind of thrown out there have done well. So at this point, Purdy and Viato have started the same amount of games, or have played in the same number of games, I should say. And the numbers are almost identical. They're almost identical. With that being said, I think I am going to go back to Deshaun Purdy. I thought maybe Viotto offered some more upside throwing the ball, and I think he does sometimes. But I just think Purdy is a little bit better of a runner, and his mobility gives us a little bit more options when our receivers aren't getting open, and allows us to run some read option stuff and things of that nature. So that's where we're at right now. Of course, we're just holding out hope that Maurice Ricks ends up developing quite a bit next year, although he has a deal breaker playing time. Oh, he has a deal breaker playing time, and he's not getting any playing time, which means he's probably gone. I mean, I'm not starting you this year. There's just no way. There's just no way. So anyway, but the offense is running through Josh Joyner right now anyway. But we are gonna name Purdy our starter. I just want to make sure that I actually did it. Yeah, Purdy's gonna have the starting job back. I hate this flip-flopping between quarterbacks, but I had to at least give Viotto a chance and see what he could do, and, hasn't been anything crazy. Of course, we can also hold out hope that Pat Mayweather wants to come here. Now, Ole Miss has also offered him, so we are going to be competing with Ole Miss right now. Again, I can't do much right now. We've sent the house. That's about all we can do, and then we just kind of got to wait and see what happens. We are moving up, though, it looks like, for some of these other guys. Our playing style for Moultrie is now an F. So I think I'm just going to be all the way out on him. There's no reason to look at that. Playing style for Jamerson Carter is at a D+. We need a C-, so we'll see if there's a little bit of hope we can hold out there. We're competing with, what is that? Is that Central Michigan? No, it's not Central Michigan. That's Wisconsin. Or Wyoming. That's Wyoming, I think. No, Wyoming. That logo looks so familiar because Josh Allen has made it famous. I just had to figure out what school it was. It's Wyoming that has the lead on Raekwon Emory. But we're actually in the lead for a few of these prospects. You can see we've kind of just dispersed 10 hours everywhere. I am going to make a little bit more of a play here at Tim Lipscomb. I want to get on his board because we do need to recruit some edge rushers to our school. So gonna bump that up to 25. You know what? We'll take Dominic Zuniga and we'll give him 5 more hours and see if we can move up to compete with BYU and Tulane for him. Again, we're still the only schools that have offered on a lot of these guys. Like, Wilhelm has a bunch of offers everywhere. So we're third on his list. But yeah, for right now, I'm just kind of chilling. We have 15 people on our board. If it's a smaller class this year, so be it. My main focus is really getting Randy Bliss to commit, and we're in really good shape for him. And then also Pat Mayweather. If we can get these 2 guys to commit, I will be very happy. But again, not much to say. Outside of that, we kind of just got to get down to business and win. Just win. You can see what the conference standings look like right now. Jacksonville State is off to a 4-1 start, but of course the only thing that really matters is the conference record, and they're only 1-0. Sam Houston is 2-0. But we just gotta try to win. Now we have a couple of undefeated teams in the conference, so we have to kind of keep our foot on the gas, and we certainly can't be losing to a 55 overall team in the Delaware Blue Hens. This has to be a win today. Going to be starting out on defense for this one, which means we will receive the kickoff to start the second half, which is what we want. And let's take it. Let's get into it, man. 2-3 taking on 1-5. This, again, about as must-win as they get. And I'm just now realizing Delaware's helmets look exactly like Michigan's. I think their blue is a little bit brighter, but outside of that, they have the exact same helmet design as Michigan. That's kind of funny. But here we go. 1st and 10. Looks like, oh my god, the middle of the field wide open. I had to cover the two flats, or two shallow routes underneath, and that opened up the middle of the field. Of course, the quarterback had all day to throw. What else is new? We'll see if the defense can make a stand here. It's interesting. And, oh, Andrew Link not falling for the play action. Gets to the quarterback, forces a sack, and it will be 3rd and 18. We have gotten quite a bit of pressure on opposing quarterbacks this season. It's been a much better result than it was last year. Middle of the field was wide open again. They're going to throw it, and this one is going to be picked off by Heiko Malone. Who else? Arnold probably should have just pulled it down and ran with it. But he waited. He had all day to throw, and then ends up making a awful decision. And Heiko Malone, who has kind of burst onto the scene as one of our better linebackers this year. I believe that's his 2nd interception of the game. He had a monstrous game. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, where he had a sack, he had a forced fumble, and he had an interception in the same game. And it had a couple of TFLs as well. But he comes up, makes a big play to start this game, and the offense start off with the ball. I was waiting for Joyner to run his route. He waited a little too long. But we're going to try to hit Markway here. He's got close to a first down. We're going to go for this. I don't feel comfortable taking a 52-yard field goal anyway. And they are bringing a heavy package. See if we can fake snap it. Joyner finds the gap, is able to pick up the first down and keep things moving. When they have a heavy defensive front like that stacking the box, it's hard to have faith sometimes, but Joyner has room this time. The wear and tear already getting to Joyner, but he has a nice run there and gets us 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Yeah, we have to watch Joyner's wear and tear. He is obviously taken on the bulk of the offensive load for us. And is this going to be a holding? Ronell Johnson has a touchdown, but this one is going to be coming back. Hard to get excited. Purdy making him play on the run, finding Ronell Johnson, but Colton Thomason, our left tackle, holds. And it doesn't end up mattering. Try to get the ball to our running back in space. Here. Ooh, nice spin move by Iverson Young. Hits it again. Now that's a good play there on this 1st and 20 to pick up 12 yards. A little bit of a spin cycle there for Iverson Young as he puts us in a much more manageable 2nd and 8. And now we're going to find our guy, Ronell Johnson, near the end zone. Almost has the touchdown, but he's down at the half-yard line, it looks like. And we'll go ahead and just run the ball here. And Iverson Young gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, but stays on his feet and powers into the end zone to put us up 6 early on in this game. I think getting pressure on these Conference USA quarterbacks is generally going to prove to work in our favor, right? You have to remember these guys are not very high overall. They're not very experienced in some of them. And if we can get to them and disrupt them, we'll have success. But, of course, when we blitz and no one gets home, the quarterback is going to find someone open as he finds his running back in the flat there and picks up 20 on the check down. Abram right there to make sure it doesn't happen again. And I don't know what his last name is. It's not Arnold. I think I called him Arnold, but I don't know what his last name is. And oh my God, Archfield, EJ Archfield. He just has all day to throw. He has all day to throw, man. Starting the second quarter with a field goal attempt for Delaware. They will take this one from about 40, and it will be good. So it will be a 7-3 ball game here early in the second quarter. disappointing 3 and out for our offense after we held Delaware to 3, and now the Blue Hens will get the ball back in fantastic field goal position, and they look like they had good blocks there, but they only got 3 on the run. They got to do it a little bit more consistency, and that's been the biggest problem so far, is that, you know, we'll have a drive like the opening drive where everything's humming and flowing, and then we'll have a drive like our last drive where we just go 3 and out, and then we break a tackle, and then we miss a tackle, I should say, and give up a first down. And this one is picked off Navon Barrett. That was grossly overthrown by Archfield, I think is how you say his name. And it's another interception for Delaware, another turnover, and this one's going to cost them points as Navon Barrett, our #1 corner, comes up with the takeaway. This is just a airmail. This ends up just being an airmail by Archfield, the quarterback here. He has him open, kind of, I should say. We should actually show this from the perspective of the receiver. He has him open. You can see Navon kind of plays this a little soft, right? It's a little double move there, and it allows the receiver to create some separation, but the ball is just a little bit off target, a little bit behind Luke Brown, and right into the hands of Navon Barrett, who is able to come up with the takeaway. It's been a struggle not having a quarterback like Jacob Clark this season. I've said it multiple times already. I will say it again. This one's going to be a hold. It's going to come back. We find Jaron Askren, but it's going to be a hold. We have to be able to tackle, man. If we are giving up broken tackles to Delaware, it is going to be a long season. This is a 55 overall program, man. We should be way better than this. And this is a fumble, another turnover, and this one is going to be returned by Abram Wright. The transfer from Rutgers is going to scoop it and score it for 6. Unbelievable. E.J. Archfield Jr., the Delaware quarterback, cannot stop giving the ball to the other team. His 3rd turnover of the game. This one comes on a strip sack. He's trying to take off and run with it, isn't able to, and Abram Wright, the transfer from Rutgers, finds the football on the ground, picks it up, and takes it all the way back for a scoop and score. That was our true freshman, Kevin Frost, with the strip sack. What a play by the young kid to put us up 14-3. That's a huge play. 3 turnovers, 2 touchdowns any day. So it's going to be a handoff to the running back. He is not going to... Ooh, they're going to give it to him. Is this worth challenging? Is this worth challenging? We'll take another look at it. This is definitely close. The line to gain is the 36-yard line. Does the running back get to the 36? I don't think he does. He does not get to the 36. Where is this ball? He does not get to the 36. I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to challenge the ruling on the field. I'm going to say that they're short. I think we got there. Remember, we got screwed by the referees last week. They missed an offsides call on FIU that changed everything. We'll see if we can get them to change this call. It looked like he's short of the line to gain. And they're not going to give it to us. Wow. We lose a timeout there. It's an unsuccessful challenge. Comfortable 11-point lead, trying to keep it that way. And this is another sack for the true freshman, Kevin Frost. He's having himself a game. Brings up 3rd and 16. I will let this go to the 2-minute timeout just because I don't want to waste a second timeout here. And actually, Delaware making a mistake. I mean, what am I supposed to do there? I mean, I'm with that route step by step. We're just not able to We're just not able to make a play on the ball. It's a perfectly thrown pass from Archfield, and it's a massive, massive completion. But Heath Smith gets to the quarterback yet again. 2nd and 20 now for Delaware. They're now way out of field goal range after that sack. 4th sack of the day for this Missouri State defense. And I'm trying to keep up with it. It gets out of bounds. I mean, after a sack, 2 sacks, and the 2 plays following it are 2 huge plays that go for first downs. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. This is a screen pass. Mike Malone is there to make the tackle. Behind the line, 2nd and 11. A little over a minute left. And Monroe is going to join the sack party. 5th sack of the day for this Missouri State defense. First half only. On pace for 10 sacks today. This quarterback is getting beat up. We will call a timeout there. 3rd and 19. Try not to give up a big play. Gonna send pressure again. And Trey Hunter-Bell gets the quarterback down for a 6th time. This offensive line all of a sudden not giving their quarterback a ton of time. It started out, he had plenty of time to throw. Not the case anymore. We've been able to turn up the pressure, and this is going to be a good punt. Fantastic punt by Delaware. 14-3 at half. We are kind of dominating them right now. They have a lot of passing yards, but they haven't been able to run the ball. And, of course, the turnovers are the big story of the game so far. We'll be in a really good position here to walk out with a win. But it starts with converting this 3rd and 2. We are not able to. I'm at least going to line up for this. I'm going to play a little bit more aggressively on 4th and 2. And we do get it to McMorris. You know, I'm okay being a little bit more aggressive on some of these 4th and short situations. It's kind of the way things have been trending in football, right? Teams are getting more and more aggressive, and we're going to be one of those teams. This Purdy is going to pull it down there, no one open. Just take what you can. When you throw the ball inaccurate like that, it can anything can happen, right? It can be a interception, it can be a completion, but it can also be an interception. It can be a turnover. A lot of things can happen, but something like that can also happen. I mean, we didn't put the ball all the way down the field there. It was a drag route by Isaiah McMorris that went for a whole bunch of yards, 30-plus yards, I believe. 41, actually. 40-plus yards, Isaiah McMorris. He's been super quiet. Ronell Johnson has kind of taken over the wide receiver 1 role for us. I was hoping it'd be McMorris, but it's been Ronell Johnson so far. But McMorris has made a couple of plays today. He's been a good player for us, as we have this now in the red zone, and Joyner just not able to get anything going on the ground yet. I'm going to keep trying, man. I'm going to keep trying, because at any moment, Joyner is so electric that he can make something pop, and he can also just waltz into the end zone like that beautiful blocking on the stretch run. And just like that, it's going to be 21-3 pending the extra point. I think that's one thing I've been very, very happy with today, is our run defense has been extremely stout. They have really not broken any big runs, but our pass rush is there, and then sometimes it's not there, and that time it wasn't there, but Thomas Amankwa makes the catch, but momentum carried him out of bounds. He's not able to make a move, and it's 4th and 3 and down 18. The Blue Hens will decide to punt. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but then again, I did go for a 4th and 2 when we were up 14-3, when we were further in our own territory than the Blue Hens were. So maybe it's just a different style of philosophy there between head coaches. Gonna try to do something with play action here. Not necessarily gonna look for it all, but look for something, and Ronell Johnson fumbles the ball, but he's able to get back on top of it. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with Deshaun Purdy. This ball is just not a good ball. It's a duck. And there's no pressure. There's no pressure here. But the ball, when it leaves Purdy's hands, is just not... Look at that. It's a wobbler. It's a wobbler. It's basically in the dirt, but Johnson's able to pick it up, take the hit, and they say he lost the football. He looks like he was down well before he lost the football, but thankfully he's able to get back on top of it, so it's a non-issue for us. They're going to review it, and they'll probably say that it wasn't a fumble. Approaching the end of the third quarter, and we are in a position to get some more points here. Joyner had a hole but got caught, and he's hurt. That would be a disastrous injury if it's anything long-term for Josh Joyner. I started this episode by saying he was our offense, and I mean, Iverson Young is good, but he's not Josh Joyner. And it is just a bruised knee. Josh will return soon, so we'll let Iverson Young take over the lead back duties. Till then, last play of the third quarter, we'll try to get them to jump. We're not able to, and we'll just take this into the fourth quarter. I am okay, just settling for 3 here. Don't want to do anything stupid. Don't want to force a turnover. Iverson Young has 4th and inches. We're definitely going for this. We're definitely going for this. Great run by Iverson Young. Sets up 4th and inches, and Purdy on 4th and inches. We'll just try to sneak it here. And he's able to do so successfully. It sets up 1st and goal. All right. Don't get hurt, Joyner. Don't get hurt. Just get the touchdown and get out of the game. Just get the touchdown and get out of the game. The second score of the afternoon for Josh Joyner, and it is 28-3. And there is going to be no comeback today. And with the score being 28-3 and 4.5 minutes left, we're going to let Drew Viato and the backups enter the game here as Iverson Young rips off another good run. You know, these teams in Conference USA, some of them have gotten worse over the course of the offseason because of the transfer portal and everything, as Viato nearly gets a touchdown pass there. And it's just important to win these conference games where we can and increase our school prestige, as Iverson Young will put a bow on things by running it in for a touchdown to make it 35-3. And that is going to be all she wrote. A dominant 35-3 victory for the Missouri State Bears, who went on the road to take on the Delaware Blue Hens. Josh Joyner, player of the game. Again, by his standards, this was an off game. 14 carries for 67 yards. He can do a lot better than that. He knows it himself. But it was enough to get the job done today. Iverson Young also had a good game to complement him, so it wasn't the end of the world. And we get back to 500 with this win. Final stats on the day to Sean Purdy. He was okay. 12 of 23 for 162 yards and just barely over 50% completion. No touchdowns, no picks. I don't know. He did okay. Joyner was the lead back, 14 carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Iverson Young also was fairly good right with him, 9 carries for 42 yards and 2 touchdowns. Purdy actually was solid on the ground, 4 carries for 24 yards, was able to kind of get out of there and move. And this is what I think Purdy brings to the table that Viato doesn't. It's just a lot more mobility when the play breaks down and he needs to get out of the pocket. He's just way better at it than Viato is. In terms of receiving numbers, Isaiah McMorris led the way with 3 catches for 51 yards. Ronell Johnson had 3 for 48. He actually had a touchdown taken away. Actually had a couple of plays taken away, I think. Ronell Johnson did because of holding penalties, so he could have had a much bigger impact on the game than he did. Liam O'Reilly caught 2 for 23, or Askren caught 2 for 19, and then everyone else kind of pitched in with a catch here and there. Didn't give up any sacks today, which is good. And defensively, we had ourselves a day. Trey Hunter-Bell, our Mike linebacker, with 3 sacks on the day. I think a couple of those happened in simulation. I did end up simming after we scored 35. 4 TFLs, 3 sacks on the day. 2 for Kevin Frost, the true freshman. A sack for Heath Smith, a sack for Braxton Monroe, a sack from Abram Wright, who also had the scoop and score fumble recovery for a 75-yard touchdown. Again, the fumble forced by Kevin Frost. So he absolutely had himself a day. And then Andrew Link also had a sack as well. Two picks on the day, I should say. Not no picks. Navon Barrett and Heiko Malone had the 2 interceptions on the afternoon. So we forced 3 turnovers as a team, brought the quarterback down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times today. Just a ridiculous day for our defense. On to week 7 now, as we are 3-3, and not much for us to do on the recruiting front. All our hours are spent. We have that upcoming visit with Randy Bliss. Again, no one else has offered a scholarship to him yet, which is good, as he's into his top 5. We're building a lead on Pat Mayweather. And did Ole Miss have an offer last week? Did they pull their offer? I am almost positive Ole Miss had an offer, unless I'm thinking about a different prospect that was offered by Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss had an offer, absolutely. I remember Ole Miss had an offer, I think. It looks like they might have pulled. I don't think they would have. I'll have to go back and check the recording, but I have a feeling Ole Miss pulled their offer on Pat Mayweather, which is good for us. I'm not complaining at all. But we're still in the lead with him. We were building a big lead with Devon Hope, Jawan Weil. I mean, we are in first place for a lot of these guys. Which is good. We're inching closer and closer for some of these others, but the fact that we're in the driver's seat for a few of these prospects now is definitely a good thing. South Carolina is mounting their lead for Lipscomb, but again, no one's offered, so I'm going to keep at it with him, and hopefully we can get some of these other guys to commit so we get more hours, and then I can, put more into some of these other guys. It's kind of the plan right now. And then quickly taking a look at the top 25 at the midway point in the season. I like to keep up with this, but you can see Clemson is actually the number 1 team in the country. They bump Auburn, who suffered their first loss. Auburn plummets from 1 to 13 after a 42-28 loss to Arizona State. That'll do it. And it allows Clemson to move up to 1, Indiana up to 2, Georgia up to 3, Duke at 4, and Penn State at 5. That rounds out your top 5 in the country, and then Texas, Notre Dame, Oregon, Florida, and Texas A&M in the top 10. So, again, about who you would expect to see. I think IU and Duke are surprises, but the Duke playbook is so good in Sim, which is why Duke is always going to be really good. And then IU, I guess, is just having a really good year, or a really good, save, I guess, is what you would call in this Dynasty file. I don't know if their playbook is broken or anything. And then you can kind of see at the back half some of these other teams that are in the top 25. Colorado at 16. Ohio State at 3-2 is down at 18. That's something you don't see. That's something you don't see every day. Of course, their rival Michigan right behind them at 19. So Ohio State taking a plummet, Alabama taking a plummet, even though they're 5-1 and 3-0 in the SEC. But it looks like they're climbing. All right, I think that does it for week 7. Again, I am not using my coach points because we only have 14 of them. I'd rather just save them until we have a bunch, and then we can kind of use them all at once. But with all that being said, I think we're finally at home. It's been a minute since we've been back home. We've been on the road for a little bit. Yeah, we had a 3-game road trip here at New Mexico State, at FIU, and at Delaware. We went 2-1 in the road trip, so that's good. But now we're back home in front of our fans, taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, trying to move to 3-1 in the conference. They're a 2-4 team, so again, another game we just have to win. We just have to win if we want to stay alive for a conference title appearance, and they're a 59 overall, so a little bit better, I should say, not a lot better than Delaware, but they're not better than us, and so we gotta put our foot down and come out of here with another win. It is a blackout game for the Missouri State Bears as they get ready to host the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers and try to win 2 in a row here and move to 3-1 in conference play. It should be a good one. Starting out on defense once again, it is going to be their quarterback, Tucker Parks, is one of their star players on this team, and he gets sacked on the first play of the game. This Missouri State pass rush, so much improved from a year ago, brings down Parks on the first play of the game, and that abomination of a mascot is going crazy. Truly one of the most strangest mascots in sports, I have to say. And that is not going to be a first down. He had to jump forward, or backwards, I guess, in a way, to make that grab, and it set him behind the line to gain. And this deep in their own territory, this early in the game, the Hilltoppers will punt, so it's a successful 3-and-out for our defense. Not good. And as a result, we went back to Viato for a couple of games because Purdy got injured, I should say that. And he gets sacked there. We went to Viato for a couple of games, but we realized neither guy is really significantly better than the other. I'm going to launch one to Isaiah McMorris. He cannot hold on. You got to catch that, man. It's a really good ball from Purdy. We don't get many of those, and both teams go 3-and-out on their opening possessions. A much more successful drive for Western Kentucky on their second possession. They already have the ball on the other side of the field, now threatening to score here. We'll see if our defense can kind of apply that bend but don't break strategy. Why are there two guys going to the flat? I mean, the indicator told my user to go to the flat, but there was already some guy going there. It's not great. You know, I use the indicators to kind of tell me where I should be on defense, but that time it was completely wrong because there was another guy going there, and it allows that middle of the field to be wide open. And now Western Kentucky inside the 10 here on their second possession, threatening to score the opening touchdown of the game. This one's a quarterback keeper. Where's 93 going? Braxton Monroe got lost, completely bit on the read option, and Tucker Parks runs it in to take the 7-0 lead. 3rd and 2, we're going to put the ball in Joyner's hands and see if he can muscle a first down for us. He finds a hole, gets a block, still on his feet. Good broken tackles there for Joyner as he runs that one for over 20. Joyner got banged up on the last run, unfortunately. He has been kind of eating some hits. We might need to give him a game off. Thankfully, again, no long-term injuries just yet, but you never want to see that, man. Especially with Josh Joyner. He's a guy that we can't afford to have out for any long duration. He is our offense. It means that, oh my God, Liam O'Reilly is uncovered. He dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. It's a 57-yarder. There's no chance we make this, is there? There's no way we make this. There's no way we make this. I mean, we'll try it. Does it have the leg? Nope. 3rd and 18 here as we get set to start the second quarter. Still down 7, but a chance to get off the field, get the ball back, and tie this ball game. Are you kidding me? I mean, we just got burned. We just got burned. Williams got completely beat. Parks delivered a dime. And, yeah, not much I can do about that. I mean, he just gets beat completely clean. The ball's perfect. And Williams can't get in position to make the tackle, I should say. We quickly find ourselves down 14-0 in this game, and you know, we don't want to be down ever a large amount, because that just means we will not be able to run our offense as we find Markway there. But you know, we are a run-first offense, and when you're down multiple possessions, it makes it harder to stick to the run, as Joyner is able to break this one for another big run. He's still banged up, but has the juice and the burst to respond with a touchdown. Thankfully, he doesn't get touched on this play, because I think he might have gone down immediately. But Ronell Johnson with a great block, and there's no one on the left side of this field. And even though he's got that bruised knee, Joyner's still able to turn it up and scamper in for a touchdown. But I think that might be it for him, honestly. If you look right there, his season and career health is super low, and I don't want to risk losing him. We still have 5 more games to play at a minimum after this, So we are going to go ahead and give Joyner the game off. He will not play for us today. That is going to be the last time we see him. I don't want to risk it. I do not want to risk him getting hurt in any capacity. So Iverson Young and Jimmy Kropog will take over, and we will give Joyner the rest of the game off. I lied. We might pull Joyner into the game in the fourth quarter if we feel like we could use him, and it's a close game. But he will certainly not play for the rest of the second quarter and the entirety of the third quarter. I can guarantee you that much. We have to be able to get off the field here and get our offense the ball back. Can we make anything happen? Thankfully, that one is batted away. Our DB able to get in position. Navon Barrett deflects the ball, and the Hilltoppers will punt. Fantastic field position and a chance to tie this game and get right back into things here. And we're going to have to do it without Joyner, but it might not matter because Iverson Young might be gone as well. He gets brought down. If that was Joyner, he would have housed it. Young not as fast, but again, another big run. And in the blink of an eye, it's 1st and goal. Try to air it out here. I'm going to put Johnson on a drag as well here. See if one of these guys can get open, and it's a pick. I thought Markway would be able to create separation after he got out of that mesh cluster. He wasn't able to, and that's a brutal red zone interception. 3rd and 7. Can we get off the field? Come on, man. Get off the field, get off the field, get off the field. I mean, this game's unbelievable. Looks like we might have Tucker Parks dead to rights. We get a hit off. That ball is somehow caught. And then, Abram Wright, I believe that is. No, that's DeAndre York, just gets plowed. Unable to make the tackle. And then another broken tackle. Just unbelievable. This defense beginning to regress a little bit. They were so good a week ago and look a lot worse here. Another great screencast. We got to try and keep him to a field goal here. And the ball's out. The ball's out. But no one can hop on it. And they're going to get the... Oh, you're kidding me, man. You're kidding me. Floyd Williams forcing the fumble, but no one can get to it. I guess a receiver picks it up. It has to be a receiver, and he gets the first down anyway. That would have been a game-changing play. Instead, it's a fresh set of downs, and Tucker Parks gonna take off with it again. I'm clicking RB to strip the ball, and nothing's happening. Touchdown. Not much I can do there. Everything's covered, but Parks able to tuck it down and run with it. It's going to be 21-7 here with a little over a minute to go in the first half. We need to try and get something here before the end of the half because we do get the ball to start the second half, so we can potentially, again, get right back in this game with a score here as Markway, nice catch and run. And we still have all our timeouts, 40 seconds left. Certainly time to get into field goal range at the very minimum. Liam O'Reilly makes the catch. Call timeout here, 34 seconds to go. 2nd and 2. Again, I'm going to stick with the short passing game. I'm just trying to get into field goal range here. If we can break off something big after the catch, sure. But for the time being, just keep everything within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage and stuff that Purdy can easily complete. I don't know why the clock ticks so much there. This is incredibly risky, but I'm going to try a slip screen here to see if we can pick up yards. We have a timeout, so we can call it immediately, but I just want to pick up a couple of yards, and we do just that. It's going to be a 48-yarder. Should be makeable here. And the kick is good. It'll be 21-10 going into the half. We just have to execute, right? I'm also going to be a little bit more comfortable with Purdy putting the ball in the air a little bit here in the second half as he gets sacked. We had a guy, this drive play, the guy running this shallow drive takes so long to get going. It is very frustrating. Third and 15, and all hopes of us starting, nearly picked. All hopes of us starting the second half with a touchdown are gone just like that as we go 3 and out. Running back out in motion. Dude, oh, thank God it's an overthrow. I hate college football 26. Look at these two idiots here. Look at these two idiots. What are they doing? What are they doing? As a linebacker, I can't keep up with a receiver. Right? One of these two needs to go with the receiver. Not one of them do. Thankfully, I'm fast enough, or thankfully this is an overthrow, I should say. But like, I'm just not fast enough. You can see I even take the right angle. I have a step on McNeil, but he just outruns Abram Wright because he's a receiver and I'm a linebacker. Thankfully, this pass is just overthrown, but man, stuff like that where it's like, man, the game is just wants you to lose because they don't use your, like, the CPU doesn't do what it's supposed to. It's 4th and 3. I'm going to go for it, and I think I'm going to run the ball. 4th and 3. See if we can get to the outside. We do. Oh, my goodness. Iverson toes the line. Bold call, running an outside run here on 4th and 3. Iverson Young has the speed to beat the linebacker, but then almost runs out of space, but thankfully toes the line just enough to get the first down and keep the drive alive. It's a gutsy call for sure, but we need to try to get something going on offense. We just can't keep going 3 and out, and that's what we were going to do had we not gone for it there. Maybe I should have slid, but Cash Hudson has a broken hand. He will not return. It's going to be a multi-week injury for Cash Hudson too, so we'll have to see after this game what we can do at left guard for the rest of the season as Markway makes a nice little catch and run for a first down. And these are the benefits of going for it on 4th down sometimes. You can keep a drive alive and hopefully it results in something. As Markway again makes a fantastic route. Oh, don't be holding. How is holding so late? It's an illegal block in the back. Are you kidding me? It's 1st and 20 now. Unbelievable. It's always something with this team. I swear, Young, nice run there. Gets the penalty yards back, basically. Iverson Young having a good day. 10 carries for 73 yards. He is making it so we're not missing Josh Joyner. Just keep abusing mesh, I guess. I don't know what else to do here right now offensively. As Liam O'Reilly, nice catch, nice run, touchdown. We're right back in it. Of course, we'll go for 2 here to try and make it a field goal game. But again, it's what I said. The benefits of going for it on 4th down there. That drive was going to be a 3 and out. We decided to go for it. We barely get it, admittedly, but we do. And now it's a 3-point game. Defense did its job barely, and now our offense has to return the favor. Get the lead back here, or no, get the lead for the first time today. And Iverson Young has a huge hole, and he rips it for another 15 or 16 yards, nearing 100 yards on the afternoon as we try to search for a go-ahead score here. 3rd and 3, it's an outside run. Young's got room. He's got the first down. 1st and 10 for the Bears as the 4th quarter is set to get underway, and we're searching for a go-ahead score here in the 4th quarter. We find Markway off the play action. He gets a first down, breaks a tackle, picks up a few more, and has it down at the 11. I'm going to try to run this ball. I do want to take 3 where we can get it. And I think you guys can tell I was just trying to line this kick up so I didn't have to embarrass myself once again by missing it. I have no shame in admitting that. 21 all here with a little over 8 to go in the fourth quarter. It's going to be an exciting one. Come right down to the wire. Can our defense continue to make plays? Nope. Back-breaking play. McNeil gets open. He's got 150 yards on the afternoon so far. Critical third down here. We're going to send pressure. See if Trey Hunter-Bell can get to the quarterback. Stop here would be huge. Bell coming in unblocked. Andrew Link picks up the sack, and the Hilltoppers will punt. Looking for a go-ahead score here. 6.5 to play. It's been a ferocious comeback here in the second half for the Bears. 3rd and 5. This is not 4-down territory, unfortunately, no matter how many we pick up, I think. We have to play it safe. Oh my goodness, Jaron Askren barely picks up the first down to keep the chains moving. Good little out route there. 5 to play. I don't know if we can keep this ball for the entirety of the 5 minutes, but damn it, we're going to try, man. We are going to try. 4.5 to go now. 2nd and 6. Markway wide open. First down. Use a combination of runs and passes to keep this defense on their heels. And now that I'm looking at it, we might be able to keep this ball. And oh no, Mac Markway. That would be a brutal injury. Markway has been so good for us. We got him out of the transfer portal, and he has been a lifesaver. And we could use him here on this 3rd and 7. We need to pick it up. Can we do it? Slant's open. Ronell Johnson, you got to hang on to that. Ronell, you have to hang on. Oh, no. Johnson, you have to make that catch, man. You're open. That's a critical drop by Ronell Johnson. Would have picked up the first down, would have kept the drive alive. Instead, we have to give it back to Western Kentucky, and now they have a chance to take the lead. I think our best bet at this point is to just force OT and get out of here. Get out of regulation, I should say, not get out of here. A broken tackle. Oh, no. The worst part is Western Kentucky only needs 3. They don't need 4. Or they don't need 7. 4. They don't need 7. And they can win this game. Oh, my goodness. 52. Trey Hunter-Bell nearly had a pick. God, so many close calls. Abram Wright nearly had an interception. Trey Hunter-Bell almost just had one. All day to throw, and this one's over the head of McNeil. 3rd down coming up. Biggest play of the game right here for Missouri State. For both teams, I should say. 3rd and 10. Make a stand. Get off the field. It's a screen. I committed to the screen. I should have. 2nd and 8. They're still not in field goal range, but they're close to it. I don't know when we should start calling our timeouts. That's going to be... Oh, we're going to let him score. 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 Oh, this one's coming back, I think. It's going to be a holding. Oh, my God. But it's not. And it's going to end up being 2nd and 18. It's a screen. They're just trying to get into field goal range. We're going to call a timeout. They're at the 42. This is not field goal range yet. This is not field goal range yet. They need the first down, really. Can we get pressure? Oh, thankfully that one sails over his head. He had him. And we'll get the ball back. 1:20 left. Legacy time for Deshaun Purdy and the rest of this offense. Good catch there. I'm going to run the same play. We got to make a play. We just need 3. Ronell Johnson open yet again. And keep things moving here. I want them to press on the outside. Ball's over the head of Ronell Johnson. 2nd and 10. I'd love to find Johnson here again on that out route. I just don't know if we'll have time. Just give it to your tight end. 3rd and 3. Little inside cross, sure. Why not? Markway's back out on the field. And Askren there gets out of bounds, I think. He does. 39 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts in our back pocket. We're going to find Markway. He's got the first down. We're going to call 1 timeout here. 2nd and inches. I am okay here, potentially taking a shot down the field. I'm actually going to put Markway on a drag as a check down option. Yep. 30 seconds left. I'm going to keep things moving here. All go, sure. I'm going to just throw this one up to Ronell Johnson, I think. Yep. I think he's got a step. Ronell Johnson, touchdown! That might be game. Oh my God. I probably should have slid there, but screw it, man. I saw the opportunity for a big time play and I took it. Purdy uncorks one. Ronell Johnson beats the press coverage, and that might be a game-winning touchdown pass from Purdy. 17 seconds left now for the Hilltoppers, and they need a touchdown, so they have to move pretty quickly here. They have all their timeouts. And that ball is batted in the air a couple times, but incomplete. Just keep everything in front of you. Do not get beat, man. Do not get beat. 2nd and 10, 11 seconds left. Gonna run go routes. It's incomplete. 3 seconds. This is gonna be the last play of the game, win or lose here. Actually, could be overtime, but we don't think about that. Drop back. It's caught, but tackle's made. A little bit of a stat pad there, and the Bears escape with a win. What a second half for this team on both ends. The defense pitched a shutout, and the offense turned it on and found a way to win. Purdy, with the best game of his career, delivered the game-winning strike to Ronell Johnson. I mentioned it already, but you can look at that right there. The Hilltoppers held without any points in the second half, and we scored 18 of our own to win this game. That's just that's a total team effort there. Defense did its job, offense did its job, and Purdy, like I said, best game of his career if you ask me. 26 of 33, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 bad pick, but it is what it is. He played well. And Joyner had 5 carries per 99 because he had the ridiculous 66-yard run. But he was hurt, so we sidelined him for pretty much all of the second quarter and onwards. And in his place, Iverson Young did well. 19 carries for 109 yards, almost 6 yards per carry. It's good to have 2 running backs that can really, really change a game so that we can give one rest when he needs it. And then receiving, we actually were pretty active throwing the ball today. Ronell Johnson had 8 for 86 and a touchdown, including the 47-yard bomb. O'Reilly had 2 for 39 and a touchdown. Markway had 8 for 83. Askren 6 for 30. We got the ball to our playmakers today for sure. Defensively, it was a struggle at times, but I think they still did well for the most part. 4 sacks on the day. 1 Andrew Link, Heath Smith, DeAndre York, and Braxton Monroe each. We didn't force any turnovers. We did have about 2 forced fumbles. We couldn't hop on either of them, unfortunately, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then Floyd Williams led the team in tackles along with Heiko Malone. And that is going to do it for this episode. It was a very, very good episode for us. We won both of our games today. We are now 3-1 in conference play, and we're in good shape now. we are in good shape now. Next episode, we have a huge game coming up against Middle Tennessee, because that is also the game where our 4-star recruit Randy Bliss is going to be coming to campus to see if this is where he wants to spend his college career. So we have to win that game. And then we have a date with Liberty as well. So some big games next week. And if we can continue winning, we'll be in a position to potentially host, or not host, but play in a conference title game. The conference standings, we're 4th right now because we have 3 undefeated teams, but we play one of those teams next week, so we can jump them potentially with a win. So just got to keep our foot on the gas, man. We've played well so far. We got to continue to play well and see if we can begin to turn this program around. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and that's going to do it for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.